Okay, the basic plant life cycle. The plant have clearly defined an alternation of generation. Okay, this alternation of generation is the life cycle of plant. So what is the meaning by alternation of generation? It is there are two part of their life. Okay, there are two part of their life in multicellular haploid stage, and another part is multicellular diploid stage. So in alternation of generation, there must be a haploid stage and diploid stage for each plant. The haploid portion normally is gametophyte. Of course, gamete normally have half of the genetic material, or we call haploid generation. Meanwhile, the diploid portion is called sporophyte. Okay, sporophyte is the mature organism, and they normally have diploid or full chromosome number. So the haploid gametophyte, they produce antheridia. Okay, antheridia later will form into sperm, and archegonia later will form into egg cell. So this is gametophyte. So the gamete consists of sperm cell and egg cell. So the sperm reach egg and fertilize to form a diploid zygote. So this diploid zygote is the sporophyte generation, since it has a complete chromosome number. So it is sporophyte generation. If the genetic matter is haploid, so it is a gametophyte. Okay, so this is the cycle, okay, the life cycle of plant, the basic life cycle. Okay, so if you can see, there are two division, okay, between haploid gametophyte generation and diploid sporophyte generation. So let's start from the gametophyte, the gamete, okay, the antheridia and the archegonia. So the antheridia will release sperm, the archegonia will release an egg. So they fertilize to form a zygote. Okay, the zygote. So this zygote undergo mitosis to form embryo and later form a sporophyte generation. So this sporophyte, they will release a spore mother cell. Okay, the spore mother cell will undergo the meiosis process, and from one spore they will produce into 4 haploid spores. So this spore is haploid. So this is the basic plant life cycle for each plant. The diploid zygote divide by mitosis and develop into multicellular embryo. Okay, this multicellular embryo is protected in gametangia. So basically, the gamete, the fertilized gamete or the diploid zygote is consists inside the archegonia, okay, inside the female gametangia. Then it will germinate into mature sporophyte plant. The mature plant have special sporogenous cell or spore mother cell that will divide by meiosis to form haploid spore. Okay, specifically 4 haploid spores. The haploid spore divide by mitosis to form multicellular gametophyte, and the cycle will be repeated. 4 major groups of plant. Non-vascular plant. Okay, from the word non-vascular, what do you understand? Okay, vascular referring to the plant that have xylem and phloem. So this non-vascular means the plant doesn't have or lack of xylem and phloem. If the plant is lack of xylem and phloem, the plant cannot grow upward or cannot grow into a big plant. Okay, that is the non-vascular plants. Okay, the second group is seedless vascular plant. So this type of plant, they have xylem and phloem, but they are seedless, no seed. Okay, the third group is gymnosperm, and the last is flowering plant. Flowering plant also known as angiosperm. So this is the plant kingdom. Okay, basically there are groups including the non-vascular plant, we call as bryophytes. Okay, bryophytes referring to the non-vascular plant. They have 3 phylum: Bryophyta, Hepatophyta, Anthocerophyta. Okay, hepato, from the word hepa. Hepa means liver. Okay, so that is the common name for this phylum, liverworts. Anthocerophyta is hornworts, because this phylum, they have a structure like horn. That's why the group called hornworts. Okay, the second group is vascular plant. They have xylem and phloem, but they are seedless. Okay, there is no seed. The phylum are phylum Lycopodiophyta, club mosses, and Pteridophyta, the ferns and their allies. Okay, the third group is seed plants. Okay, seed plant with naked seed we call gymnosperm, and there are 4 phyla belong to this group, and we have a seed that enclosed within a fruit. Okay, so this one is angiosperm. Okay, angiosperm are seed plant, but the seed is inside the fruit. Okay, comparison of major group of seedless plant. Okay, the non-vascular. The non-vascular, they reproduce by spores. Okay, there are mosses, liverwood, and hornwoods. And the dominant stage, okay, this one we have to highlight. The dominant stage of life cycle for non-vascular is gametophyte. Okay, that is the dominant stage. Means they prefer to be in gametophyte stage. And this is the representative genera, the Polystricum, Phycometrella, Marcantia, Anthoceros, and Sphagnum. So the vascular, they reproduce by spores. Okay, let's say the dominant stage of life cycle is sporophyte. Okay, so this is the difference between vascular and non-vascular. And this is the example, the club mosses, the fern. Okay, fern is Pachypachys, whisk fern, another type of fern, and hostel. This is also fern allies. Okay, so the representative genera we have Lycopodium, Pteridium, Azolla, Xylotum, Equisetum. All of representative genera for the vascular plant. Okay, so this is the evolution. Okay, evolution of the plant. This diagram reflects a hypothesis about the general relationship between plant groups. So let's say the outermost group is Charophycean. Okay, Charophyceans, or the ancestral green algae. Okay, so if you remember the previous slide, okay, earlier slide, I've mentioned the difference between algae and plant. There are 3 differences among them. So if you can see from these 3, the evolution tree, algae is become the outliers, or the outermost group, okay, that is separated from the land plants. Okay, and the next to the algae is the bryophytes, which is non-vascular plant. There are 3 groups: liverwood, hornwoods, and mosses, followed by the seedless vascular plant. Seedless vascular plant consists of club mosses, spike mosses, okay, the fern and fern allies, and the most developed, okay, and the most developed plant is the gymnosperm and angiosperm. Okay, so we can see that, okay, towards the angiosperm, the plant is evolved, or the plant become more modern. Okay, we call modern plant. Okay, that's why the angiosperm, they have flowers compared to the rest of the type of plant. They don't have flowers.